Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Wasn't that fun? I know, I love it. I mean, it's just such an amazing thing. Okay, we are going to conclude our survey of the Chandos Prokofiev stuff on individual discs, because some of it got boxed up, as you know. And, it's just wonderful. There's so much of it here. And it's so nifty. It really is. Well, let's begin with the Stoneflower, the prologue, and the Lieutenant Key Symphonic Suite, and the Andante transcription for string orchestra from String Quartet Number 1, Autumn Symphonic Sketch, and Suite from the Stoneflower. This is all with the Scottish National Orchestra, Neeme Järvi, and it's all terrific. I mean, there's nothing else we need to say. All of Järvi's Prokofiev is worth hearing. It's all very, very good. And I do wish Chandos, as I've said a billion times, would box up all of its Prokofiev and issue it as a special condition. Yes, a special edition under special conditions, because it's one of the best things I've ever done. I mean, absolutely. Then we've got the symphonies. Now, the symphony cycle was boxed up. And you get just the symphonies. In fact, I have another box of it sitting over there somewhere. But, the bottom line is some of this stuff was as interesting for the couplings as for the symphonies. It is easily the best Prokofiev symphony cycle out there, hands down, especially for number 6, which had never been given the sort of exciting, brilliant performance that Järvi and the Scottish National Orchestra gave. So let's just, move along there. So you've got Symphony Number 7 and the Sinfonietta. Sinfonietta is a delightful piece. It really is 5 movements, 20 minutes. It's nothing not to love. So that's nice. And, it's the 7th is a lovely work. People think it's not. Well, it's not as serious. It's not as heavy as the 6th. It's sort of lightweight, balletic Prokofiev. It is, but the tunes are great. So what the hell? Classical Symphony and the revised version of Symphony Number 4. That was on one disc. And then we've got Symphony Number 5 and 3 movements from the Waltz Suite, Opus 110. There are 6 waltzes in the Waltz Suite, and they're broken up, actually, over Symphonies 5 and 6, if I'm not mistaken. So here we get numbers 1, 3, and 4 from War and Peace, Lermontov, a Mephisto Waltz from Lermontov, and The End of the Fairy Tale from Cinderella. And they're beautiful, beautiful pieces. I mean, Prokofiev was so terrific. Now, here's that version of the 6th that just blew everybody away when it came out, and deservedly so. And we've got In the Palace from Cinderella, which is, that's so cool. War and Peace, New Year's Eve Ball, and Happiness from Cinderella. Cinderella has a bunch of waltzes in it. Yeah, and that 6th, just unbelievable. Symphony Number 2. Along with Romeo and Juliet Suite Number 1. Now, the Romeo and Juliet suites, as I pointed out in a previous video, were all gathered together on one disc of all 3 Romeo and Juliet suites, which you could get that way, but they were originally couplings for the symphonies. But what Chandos did was when they made the symphony box, all the couplings got pushed out, and so they stuffed them elsewhere, some of them, not all of them, which was a pity. And then we've got Symphonies 3 and the original version of Number 4. 3 is also a smoker. It's based on, the opera The Fiery Angel, and it's just expressionist nightmare music. It's fantastic. And this is a wonderful performance. So there you have it. That's the end of the Chandos Prokofiev symphony stuff, and Prokofiev edition more generally. But now we get to operas, and one opera in particular, War and Peace, of which I have 3 recordings. Oy, 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 oy. First, the classic Melodia version with Galina Vishnevskaya, Yevgeny Kibkalo, Vladimir Petrov, Irina Arkhipova, Alexei Maslenikov, and Yevgenia Yerbitskaya, Alexei Krivchenya, and Pavel Lisitsyn, with the orchestra and chorus of the Bolshoi under Alexander Melik Pasheyev, who was a wonderful conductor. Just a terrific conductor, wonderful operatic conductor, a symphonic conductor. He fell afoul of the administration, of the regime, so there aren't many recordings of his but what there is really distinguished. And we've got, let's see, this was recorded in 1961, and it's well done. It's just well done. It's the whole freaking opera, and it's terrific. 3 hours and a bit. So that's worth having. Then we've got this one, the Rostropovich-Vishnevskaya remake with the Orchestre Nationale de France. This was a labor of love. It's the most complete, Rostropovich, 4 hours long. So I guess the other one is not totally complete, this Bolshoi one, right? It's 1, 2, 3 hours. This is 4 hours and 5 minutes. Well, yes, so there's more here, obviously. It's an amazing opera. It's big, it's brilliant, it's, cast of thousands, it's Mussorgsky in its scope and its epic qualities. It doesn't have like all the great tunes that we're used to Prokofiev having, but it moves and it's exciting. And I saw the production at the Met that they did, which was really, really worth seeing. It was an event. It really was. So this is with Vishnevskaya, Lajos Miller, Wisław Ochman, Nikolai Geda, Nikolai Guslev, Catherine Chisinski, Stefania Tokschiska. Really a very, very fine cast. And it's well recorded and well conducted by Rostropovich. It was kind of like their Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk, where they were expatriates, having been thrown out of Russia and stripped of their citizenship, and they were determined to keep what they regarded as, the best in Russian culture alive in exile, and they did. And they did. More power to them. Then there is this one. This is the Kirov Orchestra and Chorus under Gergiev, with Alexander Gergolov, Yelena Prokima, Gegam Grigorian, Olga Borodina, and all those people, the Kirov people. And this one is also rather extensive, I believe. It's 3 hours, 50 minutes, and 56 seconds. So you get, again, the whole thing. And those are my War and Pieces. There aren't that many other recordings of it, I don't think. I mean, that may be it. I don't know. I don't collect it compulsively. I think having 3 War and Pieces is really quite sufficient, but it's worth having and worth hearing for sure. I mean, it's a masterpiece, and it's a piece that Prokofiev really slaved over. So, and of course, we all know the story, which is great. So there you go. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.